All right, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shruq Al-Mallah. I'm the director for the Richard and Helen DeVos Center for Entrepreneurship Innovation here at the Seaman College of Business at Grand Valley State University. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you for the inaugural Michigan Collegiate Startup Challenge, a statewide venture competition that is designed to foster entrepreneurial talent and collaboration across colleges and universities in Michigan. We would have loved to host all of you here in our beautiful campus in downtown Grand Rapids, but obviously due to the challenges of COVID, we were not able to, but we do look forward to do so in future MCSC events. As I said, this is the inaugural event, but we're hoping to continue to do these events across Michigan in collaboration with all the participating colleges and universities in Michigan. I want to start by acknowledging and thanking all the MCSC finalists and students who will be pitching in just a few minutes. It takes a lot of energy, dedication to pursue your passions, especially on top of being students, juggling jobs, families, and other commitments. We know it's hard, but we really acknowledge, your dedication. It takes really guts to do this kind of work. But it's also exciting time for young entrepreneurs, new ideas. And whatever happens today, I want to encourage you to move forward because this is really not the end. This is the final competition, but it's not the end of anything. It's just the beginning of a new and exciting journey for you to connect with like-minded people and to connect with all the amazing resources, the entrepreneurial ecosystem here in West Michigan. So best of luck to all of you today, and I hope you have fun and enjoy this program. This event would not, next slide, please. So this event would not be possible without the generous support of our community sponsors and partners. So on behalf of all of us, I do want to extend our sincere appreciation for Amway and the Michigan Economic Development Corporation for their support of this new program. And especially I want to acknowledge our friend and colleague, Denise Graves from the MADC, who's been with us all along through this journey to advocate and promote for our students and for these kinds of events to take place on our campuses. So thank you for all your support. So if you can move the slides, please, Joey. Whoops. There we go. Next slide. So by design, this program was intended all along to be a collaborative partnership in Michigan, as I said, to foster entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial talent at our respective universities. I'm grateful for my counter colleagues and partners who believed in this mission and vision of this venture and signed on to take part in this new experiment. So I would like to take a minute to acknowledge and thank all the faculty and students who are joining us today from Central Michigan University, Eastern Michigan University, Western Michigan University, Michigan State University, and Lawrence Tech University. Again, thank you for being part of this new program. And our hope is that we continue to rotate this program across the state in the next few years to have all our faculty and students collaborate on entrepreneurial ventures. I also want to extend a special thank you to my good friend and colleague, Lori Fisher, Director of Operations at the Burgess Institute for Entrepreneurship and Innovation at MSU, for being a great co-host, supporter, and thought partner for this initiative from this day one. And we're excited to announce that MSU will be hosting the 2022 MCSC Seeds Challenge next year. So again, this is part of a statewide collaboration, and we really appreciate all the work and support we've received from the other universities. Next slide, please. So I want to also take a few minutes and acknowledge and thank all the judges and reviewers who participated in the online executive summary round. So this competition is made up of multiple rounds, and the first one was the executive summary. And I really want to thank all the judges who helped us review and score the applications to help us select the top teams, the finalists you're going to see today. So I know a number of you are in the room today, so thank you so much for all the hard work and helping us get to this point today. And last but not least, I do want to extend a sincere appreciation and gratitude for the GVSU and CEI staff, faculty, and students who've been working really hard the past few months behind the scenes to pull all of this together. So a special thank you to Ashley Jefferson, Sina Nuruzi, Joey Yak, Hunter Milek, Emily Hahn, Tim Seifert, Dr. Tim Seifert, and Tom Koch for helping and supporting this program. So with that, I'm gonna stop talking right now. I'm gonna turn it over to my colleague, Tim Koch, who's the entrepreneur in resident here at GVSU, to help us get started with the exciting part of today's program. So good luck to everyone and have a great time. Thank you.
Yeah, great. And I'm really excited to introduce, this is the elevator pitch part of the competition. And we have 5 excellent judges: Ashley Sofro from ScanPro, Lisa Knight from DV Apple Logistics, Kevin Davis from the First United Credit Union, James Pita from Procore Technologies, and Kurt Nahikian from City Innovations. And we're really excited. And again, I want to extend the same thanks Sharuk extended to thank you for coming and taking the time to do this for the students. They're all pretty excited and we're glad to have you. What's going to happen here in the elevator pitch is each of the teams in this order that you see on the screen right now is going to get 90 seconds to deliver their elevator pitch. At the end of that 90 seconds, we're then going to allow 2 to 3 questions from the judges. That portion is untimed. That doesn't mean take a ton of time to ask questions, but we do want you to be able to ask the questions you want to know about each student team. Then after the questions are asked, we're going to give the judges about 30 seconds to update their scores, and we'll proceed to the next team. And if we can move on to the next slide.
I think we're ready to start with team 1.
Yeah. Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Joey just walked in. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the first team, which is MindSprout. So MindSprout, take it away. You have 90 seconds, and judges, you'll get 2 to 3 questions after that.
Hi, so because this is the first round, so now we're gonna unmute the contestants from MindSprout. So let us do that now and see if if it's gonna run through smoothly, because we do have multiple contestants that belong to each team. So Lily and Austin, are you able to unmute yourself?
I'm unmuted. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, and you should be able to start your video. Let me know if you have any issues with that.
Okay. Do you have, oh, you have Lily in there too, cool. All right, is that coming through now?
Yes, yes for me. And once
right,
you're, once you start, the timer here is going to start your time as well. Once you hear the ring, that means your time is up. Thank you so much. You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so this is Lily and I'm Austin, and we are the co-founders of MindSprout. Many parents are asked those difficult why questions by their kids. In the moment, sometimes the question is hard, is awkward, complicated, or simply too hard to answer. Kids learn certain things at school, but at home, it's up to the parents to guide the children in bigger life topics. Parenting is too hard to be done alone, and we know that parents need resources and support to feel comfortable in navigating these tough topics.
Mindsprout Boxes gives parents and kids the opportunity to be proactive by learning about these topics through having fun and playing together. Each box is filled with games and activities selected by our team of experts to be the missing subscription box for parents and kids.
Each month, parents select the topic of their box, which will include an activity packet, kids' books, treasure chest of games, and helpful guide for parents. Our boxes will grow with your children, with each topic built for multiple age brackets while catering to kids' varied learning styles.
Instead of a confusing or scary conversation, kids have a positive experience exploring the topic through play and bravely face the world around them. It takes a village to raise a child, so why not bring the village right to your doorstep?
We invite you to join us on our mission to nurture curious sprouts. Thank you.
All right, great. Thanks, Austin and Lily. And now we can move on to 2 to 3 questions from the judges. And it looks like the judges are having trouble unmuting Joey.
Yeah, I will make sure to fix that. Sorry.
We have a question from Ashleah. She asks, what are the age ranges for the boxes?
Sure. Yeah. So we're kind of thinking a little bit around kind of different grade school ages, right? So maybe kind of kindergarten up to 2nd grade and then 3rd to 5th in sort of kind of 2 to 3 year groupings, which are kind of common child development phases that you can kind of cluster like elements in the box together. So for example, you might have, the same topic might be aimed at, the 5 to 7 year old range and then 8 to 11.
Okay, great. And it looks like we also have a question from James. Is this a subscription-based system, pay per box, and what is the price range accordingly?
So that is customizable. It is a subscription box model. So they are paying per box, but they also have an option to pay ahead and save in a bundle form. Sorry, I'm looking at the second part. And so for our price range, doing some research with our market, just sending out some surveys to parents, we found that the $46 to $55 price bracket is what they're willing to pay.
Great, thanks. And lastly, from Lisa Knight, we have, what are the costs for, well, she asked the same question, what are the costs for each box and does it increase with different age ranges?
I think overall our thought was maybe fairly static, not differentiating too much by age group. But I think on some of the feedback, both from the judges from this competition and other sources, there's a lot of value that we see with that price point that Lily talked about. And by doing kind of a subscription model, maintains a bit of freshness, staying kind of topical to, different trends that might be out there that parents are struggling with.
Great. Well, thanks a lot, Mindsprout. Good presentation. We enjoyed it. Now I'm going to give the judges about 30 seconds to record their scores, and then we'll have Smart Seat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, everyone. Just a quick announcement. We're gonna remove the mute unmute restriction. So the judges should be able to unmute themselves in the next round. We just ask all the other guests and anyone who's not presenting to stay unmuted to prevent any additional noise. So judges, we apologize for that. Next round, you should be able to unmute yourself.
Great. And without further ado, let's welcome to the stage Smart Seat. And Adam, you can go when you're ready. And same thing, you'll listen for the ding from Hunter, who's doing the timing.
Yeah, can you see my partner's screen or?
It's appearing now.
Cool.
Looks good.
All right, so my name's Adam, and that's my partner, Nick. And so our company is called Smart Seat. So everyone hates going to buy a ticket to their favorite artist or band and it's already sold out. What's even worse is having to pay double the price because of scalpers, and not to mention the ridiculous fees. Smart Seat solves that problem. We are a blockchain ticket service that stops scalping and provides royalties to venues and artists on secondary sales. So what is a blockchain? Blockchains are public ledgers that are hard to hack or change. With the ability to automate transactions using smart contracts, it ensures that promises are met from both parties. For our marketing strategy, we plan on using paid mobile ads, sales reps, and top-of-the-line customer service to ensure our platform will gain traction. In the $6.5 billion music event ticketing industry, Live Nation controls the majority of sales, bringing in roughly $575 million of revenue in this last quarter alone. With that being said, they only account for 4.9% of the total market share. This means we do not have to rival Live Nation, but rather coexist like many other companies are doing. SmartSeat will use this money earned from the competition for software development through a company called RAN Labs, who have experience working on the Algorand blockchain. I hope all of you will be willing to sit down with me to learn more about why this is the perfect opportunity for your portfolio and how together we can revolutionize the way people buy tickets. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Adam and Nick. Now we'll open it up to 2 to 3 questions from the judges.
Yeah, so my first question is just understanding how blockchain technology works. Although you'll be able to record the transaction, how is this preventing someone from buying multiple tickets or, scalpers or bots? Like what exactly is the mechanism to prevent, the same process that they follow today?
Yeah, Nick, do you want to explain that one, or do you want me to? Well,
I can explain that one. So to answer your question, since we're going to be using a co-chain from the Algorand blockchain, it'll be a private network. Because of that, that's one way to stop it from exchanging, any Algorand wallet. Another way that's going to stop is on the website. The only way wallets are created is after you go through our website to either purchase a ticket through the official exchange or through the resales. So you wouldn't even be able to have a wallet. You couldn't create a wallet and buy it off of a scalper because the only way to create a wallet is through the official website.
So does this mean once a ticket has been purchased, it can't be resold, or just that you would be tracking that?
Yeah, so it can be resold, and that's one of the things that our website is going to be able to do. So there will be, without getting too much into it, if how smart contracts work, it's basically going to be an escrow account where the tickets are held. When people purchase tickets, the tickets are automatically sent to the person's wallet. The only way for that wallet to be created is through our website. So no one will be able to go on and create a wallet and then have the scalper send them that ticket. There will be no other way to do it unless if someone seriously gets down to the nitty gritty and is using, the terminal on your computer to type the code and everything to generate a wallet.
Which is very difficult to do to begin with.
All right, maybe one more question from the judges.
So many, there are so many third-party sellers of tickets. So if you wanted to go to Van Andel, you might get it from 4 different sources. How do you plan on, and they're all working off the same inventory. So how do you work with the third parties?
Yes, so we're basically cutting out the need for a third party in the sense that our platform is more, we plan on being niche towards the music industry in the sense that we want the organizers to sell directly in the venues, or the artists, whoever's putting on the event, to sell directly to the customer. We're kind of like getting rid of StubHub in a sense, so
all right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Thanks a lot for the questions. Thanks a lot, SmartSeat. And now I'm going to give the judges 30 seconds to record their scores. And next up after that will be She Makings.
Thank you for your time, you guys. Have a good afternoon.
All right, it's been about 30 seconds. So She Makings, if you could start getting ready and doing your tech check while the judges finish their scores. And then when you're ready, you can start your pitch.
Thank you very much. Let me pull up my screen.
Yes, and one of the tips I might have for those that are presenting is, as the judges are recording their scores, begin the process of sharing your slide. That might be helpful. So.
Sorry, it's prompting me to my settings.
No comments on the world of Zoom that we currently live in.
Right. It's been up this whole time. Okay. Let me try one more time.
Sierra, it's Laurel. If you want to send me your slide, maybe you can go next, and I'll bring my computer in then. If there's if we need to move along.
I'll send it over.
Okay, yeah. So Laurel, if I'm understanding, you'd like the next team to go. So form further if you're ready, then you can take the slot, and when Sierra's ready to go, then you can.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
No worries. It's the world we live in today, right? So without further ado, form further can take the stage.
Thank you very much. Can you guys see everything okay?
We can, yes.
Awesome. All right. I'm ready whenever you guys are.
I think you're good to go.
All right. How you doing, everybody? My name is Justin Ashman, and I'm a part of Form Further. We're a prototyping and small batch production firm that aims to bridge the gap between the production phase and the prototyping phase. How we do that is through CAD development and 3D printing purposes, so that we can go ahead and bounce in between these areas depending on what is the need. Now, we have two different types of markets that we serve. We have the prototyping market, where people who are in pre-production phase or just trying to go ahead and get their first prototype out, like this VR headset here. We want to make sure that they have everything right before they are going to go ahead and get to a real manufacturer. We have another market as well who just wants small batch productions of just smaller things that don't need to be 10,000 units. So for example, we have this triathlon company here that wants medals for their races. They have 38 races in the summer and about 500 racers per race, and they need a quick turnaround time. So with us, we can be able to have a quick turnaround time with our 3D printers, and with our CAD developers, we can go ahead and make all the designs that we need. Our team, there's 3 of us on the executive board. So there's a marketer, we have a product developer, and a computer science, 5 CAD engineers, and a graphic designer. Our competition is basically full-scale manufacturers and prototypers and other forms of us. But the whole thing about us is that we are being able to have a quick turnaround time. We need the funding to go ahead and have more printers so that we can slow down our turnover time on things, and as well as go ahead and have more projects that can allocate for different printers. We thank you guys for listening to us, and we hope to bring more ideas further. Thank you.
Great. Thanks a lot for your presentation. Now we can go to 2 to 3 questions from the judges.
I have a question.
I'm going to bring my founder over here. This is Philip Munt. Answer any questions?
I have a question for you. How will these printers be different than what your competition is utilizing today?
Yeah, so it's not the printers themselves. It's more so that we can sell on turnover time. So in regards to like our competition with full scale manufacturers, in most cases, why our clients come to us is because to even do like, let's say that you want to go full scale production and do a mold. To get that mold, it usually takes, a couple months and tens of thousands of dollars. But now the difference is that since we're leveraging 3D printing technology, that the turnover time can be within a couple days and with less than $50 to do the actual production. So like our biggest sell is the turnover time and the actual like cost to produce upfront.
Thank you.
Yep.
How do you plan on finding your customers?
I'm sorry, say it again.
How do you plan on finding your customers?
Yeah, definitely. So for us, we're more B2B. So LinkedIn's our big heavy hitter when it comes to social media nowadays. It's a lot easier for us to go and find companies that are in need for either 3D printing services or prototyping. Obviously, hashtags and all those other things like that really help us out. We also have SEO marketing. We use Google Ads and channel them in certain areas of the United States. That's where we like to focus for now. And we've had a couple of clients in other states that have reached out to us through these Google Ads. We are a little bit niche still with the 3D printing industry with this rapid prototyping being so new within these couple of years that people for our rates of prototyping are looking for at a more affordable price than a full-scale manufacturer or a prototyping firm.
And there's also innovation zones all across Michigan that basically house different like areas that people are trying to like create a product or an idea. So in many cases, like we're going to reach out to the innovation zones and get people that are trying to create a product there.
We use geolocating to go ahead and find these zones. In Michigan, there's like, I think 38 of them. Grand Rapids, some of the bigger tech areas as well. We just channel our ads in those areas and base certain keywords to find them.
Do you think you'll have any problems with, as you start to expand to further regions with kind of delivery of these prototypes? I imagine they're not all, some of them may be very fragile, I guess, like unlike the metals, right? So
yeah, so
3D printing,
yeah, the material is pretty robust. And there's a couple different materials that we use depending on the use case for the consumer. So if they need more robust materials, we're able to provide that. We've shipped out like a pretty good amount of product and we've never had an issue with the product breaking. What's exciting about this industry that we see is that since it is new, most of the business, there isn't a lot of these type of businesses in the Midwest right now. So our plan is to originally, after keep capturing this local market, is to reach out to the Midwest. What's good about the area that we are in right now is because since Metro Detroit has been a manufacturing powerhouse for years and years, the infrastructure is developed for manufacturers and small volume production. So even in the local market with auto manufacturers and other we think we'll be able to capture that market and then move on.
Regarding shipping times too, for this company specifically that wanted these metals, they were tired of dealing with manufacturers in China because the cost of shipping was too high and nothing was really right too much, depending on when they were asking the manufacturers for specifics. So we're really easy to talk to, and with our turnaround time, we can ship it anywhere around the United States. That's why we focus more towards here than to go outsource to other countries.
So we actually.
All right. Thanks a lot. That's the Q&A we have for now. Now we're going to give the judges 30 seconds to record their scores, then we'll go back to Sierra and She Makings.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm. Hello, thank you so much. Should be able to pull it up now, and even though I'm under a different name.
We're still letting the judges score, so you've got a couple seconds to take a deep breath.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, that's 30 seconds for the judges to score. Thanks a lot for Form Further, and now it's time for She Makings.
All right, hi. So I am Sierra Gunnett, representing my brand, She Makings. I am currently a student at Western Michigan University in my senior year, studying business entrepreneurship. So when we look into the world of the fashion industry, we see the world's second largest pollutant and growing. And typically with these sustainable alternatives, there are two main issues that come with it. One being the very expensive and ineffective recycling process that it takes. And the second being the very styleless and trendless blanks that the end result comes out in, to kind of avoid falling into trends and then back into landfills. So to combat this, I save these pieces before they even hit our landfills to avoid the recycling process altogether. And two, I add an element of style to them, but without any elements of a trend, so it doesn't fall out of those trends and further pollute our landfills. By doing this, I take a new take on sustainability in the fashion industry by cutting the issue off before it even begins, and with not letting anything further pollute our landfills. Over the past year, I've gained a very strong customer base that has allowed me to continuously grow and scale my business, as you can see here in the chart. Over the next 5 to 10 years, I hope to continue this growth and continue to scale. And with that, thank you very much.
All right, thanks a lot, Sierra. And now we're going to give the judges an opportunity to ask 2 to 3 questions. And let's make sure to try to keep our answers short and sweet so we can move on to the next team.
So it wasn't clear to me, is this a remake play? So you're taking, you say the things in, so taking in fashion products, remaking them and reselling them.
Yes, so as you can see, there's a small visual right here. I take in these blank pieces, which are the most unwanted pieces in terms of reselling. And I'm able to print my designs that I've made myself. That just showcases 1 out of 3 I have right now.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Does reusing these pieces provide you like cost effectiveness in terms of just like getting material and stuff? Like, are you, what I guess, are you having better margins because you're reusing these pieces?
Yeah, I do. I am able to have better margins because it is like, it's lower on average by $1.50 for each one. It does take about 50 cents to strip and prep each one, leaving me with a little extra depending on each one, but about $1 each that I'm saving on.
Are these just t-shirts or are they dresses? I guess I'm just confused as to what type of product you're going after and then what you're doing to the shirts specifically.
Yeah, so right now I've started with strictly t-shirts and I hope to pretty soon here kind of move into more apparel, hoodies, pants, tote bags, and along with, expanding my designs as well. But on a smaller kind of beginner scale, I'm still just doing t-shirts.
Great.
How are you selling this?
That was, oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
With that, I'm going to give the judges 30 seconds. Thanks a lot, Sierra and She Makings. Next up to the stage will be Uni Services. So if you can start getting your slide ready.
Thank you.
You're backing up.
All right, and the judges have had 30 seconds to record their scores. So Uni Services, when you're ready, the stage is yours.
Okay, can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Okay, good. I don't know, Zoom sometimes is wonky. My name is Adam Green. I'm with Uni Services. Also, Trenton Zielinski is with me today, helping answer questions. What do you think of when you hear the words gig service? You think of Grubhub, Uber, Shipt, Angie's List, all those companies that help you, drive you around, get groceries, do professional jobs. But those companies don't cover odd jobs, those everyday odd job tasks like your lawn, your cleaning, your pet sitting, your raking, your snow removal, help with picking up apples out of the yard, things that you would normally want to pay somebody to do, though you can't find anybody, because who are you going to trust to do these jobs? The landscapers are too busy to do your small job. For example, like picking up apples. The handyman, is he going to come over and screw in your light bulb? No, probably not. It's too small of a task. No, you trust the time-tested model which is you go out and you hire a young person in your neighborhood to come pay them a little cash and you get the job done. And that's why I came up with Uni Services, which is university services, students doing odd jobs in the communities surrounding their schools. In 3 weeks of operation, we've with only 3 students and with $0 in advertise or $0 put into advertising, we've produced over $3,000 in revenue in just a few small communities around Michigan State University. We're developing innovative software that makes us completely different than our main competitors, which are TaskRabbit and Todoly. Making franchises at each college as we go along. Local communities can connect with their Spartan Unihelpers or the Laker Unihelpers. And that's one of the big things we've gotten so far. Oh, is that the buzzer? I'm sorry.
It is.
That is the timer. And so without further ado, we'll thanks a lot for your presentation, Adam. Now we'll open it up to the judges for 2 to 3 quick questions, and keep your answers short so we can move on to the next team.
How do you vet the people that are going to do the jobs so that a person feels comfortable having someone come on site? Do they go through an employment process, or is it?
Yes, absolutely. So there's the verification process, background check. They're all students that are doing the work. That's the main import of this, is giving students opportunities to do these odd jobs. So there's a verification process, a type of background check, some basic knowledge they need to know about different types of jobs they want to sign up for in the app. So yes, there's a verification process.
Do the people asking for students set the price of the job? And also, how much does your company take from that cut?
Yeah, right now we've taken 20 to 25% of the revenues per job, which is lower than like an Uber, Grubhub, which is anywhere from 35 to 40%. James, I'm sorry, I actually forgot the first part of your question.
Do the actual users, the consumers, set the price? So do I get to say, like, I'll pay $50 for this job, or
Sure,
they're
yeah.
like fixed prices?
No, yes, absolutely. So that's something in the app we're going to make is a type of, well, different than TaskRabbit and Todoly. I don't want to give away the kitchen right now by telling all the details of the innovation, but yeah, so there's going to be a way where the clients can basically, in the universe that they put their job out to, they're going to be able to see what are the competitive prices that their jobs, those type of jobs are being taken for by students in the community. And so, yes, they'll be able to determine and then raise or lower depending on if it's getting taken or not.
All right, great. And with that, we'll give the judges 30 seconds to record their scores. Thanks a lot, Adam. Next up is Bambo.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can. You've got a couple seconds though while the judges.
Oh, sorry about that.
No worries.
Do you want me to share my screen or?
Yep, now's the time to share your screen, and
Okay.
the 30 seconds is up. So as soon as you get that slide up and you're ready to go, you can begin presenting.
All right. Now, I've talked with many young musicians and young listeners, and both have a common struggle between each other. Musicians have a hard time finding fans, and fans have a hard time finding new music. I myself struggle with finding new music daily, but I noticed that when I try to find new music, I only listen to the first 15 seconds of the song and either think it's a hit or it's a flop. But what if new musicians were able to preview the best part of the song for those 15 seconds, just like a trailer? Hello, everybody. My name is Matt Baker. I just want to thank the judges for coming out today. But yeah, today I'm going to present to you my new app, Bambo. Bambo is a social media and streaming platform that helps new artists connect to new listeners that want to listen to new music, helping listeners find that beautiful ear candy song, and helping artists as well expand their fan base. But what makes us different from our competitors is that we only give the musician 15 seconds to preview their song with additional video background. Listeners then would watch the previews from the musician with ease and speed. If they're interested in listening to the entire song, they can swipe right, add the song to their preferred streaming app, and start listening. If it's not part of their taste, they can swipe up and stream the next song. So what are you waiting for? Use Bambo to help you discover the newest hits for your newest music playlist. Thank you.
Great, thanks a lot, Matt. And now the judges, your opportunity to have 2 to 3 questions.
What's the revenue model for this?
I'm sorry, could you say that again? You were kind of.
Yeah, I wanted to know what the revenue model was. How are you getting revenue for this app?
Yeah, thank you for that question. I really appreciate it. Our revenue model is going to be based mainly off 3 sources. The first one is affiliated marketing, where whenever like a mainstream company like Spotify or Apple Music gets streams based through us, we'll get a percentage of that income from that stream. The second income avenue is through subscription. And then the third one would be through ad revenue.
What do you get for subscribing that's different?
So the subscription isn't actually for the listener. It's actually, well, we're going to first do the subscription with the musician because, musicians, they do spend, we believe that with this app, it would cut costs significantly. So to them, this would be like a better trade-off for musicians. And then as time goes by, we were hoping that listeners would subscribe to listen to the full song on our streaming app instead of, switching onto this app and then going on to Spotify, or this app going to Apple Music, this app Tidal, so on and so forth.
All right, I'm now going to give the judges 30 seconds to deliberate, and the next team up will be Student Unite. So Student Unite, get ready.
All right,
Thanks,
thank you guys.
Next up, we have Student Unite, and if they're ready, they can begin sharing their screen. And when you're ready, you're good to go.
Sorry, give me one moment because I have a technical issue right here. Can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Right. Okay, I'll start. Hello, everybody. My name is Chi. As a student myself, when I was a freshman, I had a lot of questions. I had to deal with a lot of problems. Whenever I have questions like that, I really don't know who to ask. And even if I know a person, they are not available 24 hours to help me. Although there are resources that are available, but I was just not aware of them. Back then, I really wish I knew about Student Unite because it can really change my entire college experience. About Student Unite, it is actually a platform where they offer students all the resources, not only within the universities, but also the communities surrounding. They create such an interactive map that allows students to easily navigate and locate specific resources right where they are standing. And most importantly, there are 4 unique features that Student Unite provide. First one is the give and take experience for all users. The second one is the data analytics report, which is specifically used for that allows universities to keep track of the use, the interest for specific resources to help the universities better manage their resources. The third important feature is that they allow 24 hours customer service. And finally is a very great feature that I personally really love, which is the campus virtual tour for prospective students, because they get to experience the campus even before they come. And we're planning to sell our business model as a white label product to colleges.
And that's time. So we'll now move into 2 to 3 questions from the judges.
Okay, thank you.
So Chi, I'm going to give you an opportunity to finish what you said. You're going to commercialize this as a white label to the universities?
Yes, it's going to be a white label product to colleges and universities so that they can have control over the product. Yeah.
And so are they the ones paying the bill, or are users paying the bill?
Yes, they will be the one who paying the bill. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Can you give me 1 to 2 differentiators from the resource centers that universities offer today? Like, how would this be different than me going to a university's website and their like resource centers?
Oh, sorry. That's actually a question. My partner will be helping to answer this question.
Hello, I'm Ankrit. I'm another partner of Chief for Student Unite. So the most important factor that will differentiate from this a simple university website is that we will list resources that are not specific to only campuses from the local community, like a GitHub education pack, like an Adobe software that are available to students just being a student. The resources should not be limited to campuses. And universities are not aware about the resources. So we want to enlist all the resources, not only on campuses, but community as well as external level. The main differentiator is the universities cannot keep track of all the possible resources with all the growing time and new resources coming in. So we have a feature for students to share potential resources on the platform with 1 click. So they can help other students who are unaware about those resources and spread the words and information in the community.
All right, we're going to go ahead and give the judges 30 seconds to deliberate. Thanks a lot, Students Unite, for your presentation. Next up, getting ready while the judges finalize their scores, will be Twin Eyewear. All right, great. It's been about 30 seconds. So Twin Eyewear, the stage is yours.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Raghu, co-founder of Twin Eyewear. My another co-founder is Shubnit Gupta. He is unable to join due to some health issues. I'm sorry for that. I have over 5 years of experience in the eyewear industry and work with international brands such as Samsonite and American Tourister. The main problem we are solving right now in East Lansing is many international students are unable to buy eyewear because it is too expensive. And MSU has more than 7,000 international students, and almost every university has 15 to 20% of international students, and who are waiting for their friends or families to come from their country, bring eyewear, because it is so expensive. So that's why we came up with a sustainable eyewear. So we use plastic, we make our eyewear from plastic, and 5 plastic water bottles comes to 1 eyewear. So our manufacturing partner is the one that is making sustainable eyewear. And we are offering 2 pair of eyeglasses starting at $75 with a 1-year warranty and 4-day shipping time. And every pair of eyewear goes through 14-point quality checklist. The reason, why we are able to give at such an affordable price is that we eliminate the middlemen. We procure directly from the manufacturers so that customers get the best price without compromising in the quality. Twin is fun, fashion, and personal. And We have been successful in the last 9 months. We have expanded to US, Canada, India, and Dubai. Our revenues have been increasing from January, and if we win this competition, and this money will be utilizing for digital marketing efforts in the USA.
All right. Thanks a lot, Raghu. That's time. And now let's open it up for the judges to have 2 to 3 questions for Twin Eyewear.
Does this price include the lenses or just the glasses themselves?
It includes lens, frame, accessories, and shipping cost.
Since eyewear is 80% fashion, who are your partners on the design of these products?
So we have partners from Italy who is going to design our frames. And our manufacturing partner is in China.
And you can get it from China to customer in 4 days?
Yes.
And using the term sustainable, does that mean that the glasses are made from recycled materials?
Yes.
And
From
where do you
plastic.
harvest those materials from?
So the fact is where we are working, so they are sustainable factories. So they procure the plastic and then they give the materials. So certified materials, from as per the government standards, they do that part.
And do you pay anything for those materials, or are they?
No. So we have given some stakes in our company to reduce, to reduce the initial cost on us.
Great. All right. Thanks a lot, judges, for the questions. Now we'll give them 30 seconds to record their scores. And next up will be Grove Meadows. Thanks a lot, Raghu.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Lori.
All right. And that's been 30 seconds. So Grove Meadows, whenever you're ready, you can take it away.
All right, thank you. My name is Haley, and I am a third-year student at Western Michigan University. So if you have ever planned a wedding before, you know how much stress and how overwhelming it is. Grove Meadows is a beautiful, modern, year-round wedding venue that can hold 300 guests both inside and out. With an additional charge, you have one option to hire one of our planners, which is full service, partial planning, and day of coordination. Our target market is going to be newly engaged couples looking to do a vow renewal in 2018, there were roughly 56,000 couples who got married in the state of Michigan. Let's play with some numbers. If we were to book a couple every Friday and Saturday out of the year, that would be about 100 weddings per year at about 6,000 each, bringing in an estimate of 600,000 annually. Just for the venue, not an extra planning option. What makes Grove Meadows stand out is the fact that we offer venue-specific planners who are familiar with our location, know all the best hotels and vendors, as well as being able to plan your wedding with you just the way you want it. It is a 2-in-1 option. We also want to provide a modern and simple venue so that you can create any kind of style you like, rustic, floral, beachy, and so on. I am truly passionate about this industry, and I hope to give many couples a beautiful venue and provide a very helpful service to couples in the future. Thank you.
All right, great. Thanks a lot. Now we'll open it up to the judges for 2 to 3 questions.
Haley, do you all already have the location?
No, this is something that I want to do in the future, but I'm thinking like Richland area, which is near Kalamazoo. But I have done 3 solo weddings with a planning company.
Haley, how are you different than other wedding planners that are out there today?
I prefer to do more hands-on with my couples. I feel like most planners do a lot of, they'll meet with them a couple times, whereas like I like to do it fully with them. That's how I would be different from other people.
All right, thanks a lot, Haley. Next up, I'll give the judges 30 seconds to record their scores, and then we'll have J Champions Athletic Wear.
Can I share my screen? Oh. Okay.
All right, great. It's been 30 seconds now. Now it's time for you to go ahead and take the stage and present J Champions Athletic Wear.
Thank you. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Dion Paget. I'm majoring in entrepreneurship at Central Michigan University. I'm here to introduce J Champions Athletic Wear. When was the last time that you wore an outfit that made you look and feel good? There's no feeling like you're right. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I've been a figure skater for 15 years and a coach for 13 years. And I've had experienced firsthand challenges like many other curvy women today, desiring to purchase athletic wear that fits my shape and size. This problem challenged me to create athletic wear that gives curvy women style, shape, and size. I'm passionate about creating athletic wear that is inclusive for all body shapes and sizes. J Champions is unique because our goal is to set a new standard for society that includes not only plus size women, but empowers them to believe that all shapes and sizes are valued. Every woman deserves to feel their true selves while wearing J Champions athletic wear. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Tian. And now, judges, it's your opportunity to ask 2 to 3 questions.
What part of the market are you hoping to capture here? Is this going to be like high-end athletic wear, like low-end athletic wear?
Yes, it's going to be high-end athletic wear.
Have you already begun to design and prototype what some of this athletic wear might look like?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I've already started in the process of designing, creating already.
I think we have time for one more question. If any of the other judges have anything they want to ask.
How do you plan to market these products and get them into the hands of others and yet be different?
I plan to market on e-commerce, so online digital marketing. I wasn't going to do a physical store. So I was planning on like marketing strategies, and also too, I actually have a team that I'm currently working on. So now I'm actually in the process of designing everything, creating, so to actually advertise and sell online.
And will you do this through a website, I take it?
Yes, through a website, yes.
So what makes your product any different from SheFit or Athletica or any of those companies that are now all marketing towards rounder women?
You know, actually, I thought about this. You know, honestly, it's like so many other companies like Nike, like you said, they're already doing what I'm doing, but I just say like, it's not better, it's different. And I think too, with my experiences too, like I've been a figure skater. So just taking from like my figure skating world and the community, what I've experienced in my creativity, just making it like, also making it to like comfortable, like design leggings and comfortable tops, and also to just making it an atmosphere for women to actually feel very comfortable with wearing athletic wear, because I still haven't found anything that shape is like a true size and shape to my body. So I just wanted to create something for women.
All right, great. Thanks a lot, Dion.
Thank you.
Now we're going to move on to our final team, which is branching out. First, we're going to give the judges 30 seconds to record their scores. All right, Avery, it's been 30 seconds. The stage is yours. You're our final team, so take us home strong.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see you all. Today, I want to talk to you about branching out. So a problem that we found is that houseplants need improvement. So 2 out of every 3 people in the US own houseplants. They spend upwards of $150 a month on these plants. So what else could these plants be doing for them? Our solution is customizable grafted dwarf fruit trees. If you've never heard of a grafted tree, think one single tree that has multiple other branches from different trees attached on or grafted. So these are customizable to the consumer and they're on dwarf rootstock, meaning they can be grown indoors in a pot. So competition, no one else does this. So we're the only company that would sell something that's both apartment sized and fruit bearing compared to maybe other trees or common houseplants. Our business model will be direct to consumer, with your trees being customized online with help and assistance from us with things like your growing region, what you like to eat, your available light, etc. So with this funding, we would use it to continue to expand upon our current beta trees. So we have about 10 trees in our care right now that we are experimenting on, testing varieties, all sorts of things to see what consumers are going to prefer. And then, of course, we will need some extra funding for the greenhouse space to house those trees. So with that, I would love to take any of your guys' questions.
All right, great. Judges, go ahead. Time for 2 or 3 questions.
How difficult is it to maintain these trees? I think like trees in general are pretty, good, but do these die easily? Does it require a lot of maintenance?
Yeah, so great question. No, it doesn't require a ton of maintenance besides, watering, fertilizing, and pruning, kind of just like what normal houseplant people do. So again, our target market isn't really, we're not trying to pull different people into this tree. We're really going after those people who already have green thumbs. They love their houseplants. We just want to sell them a way cooler, way better houseplant that's going to give them something that they don't get.
So am I understanding correctly that these trees have been, for lack of a better term, biologically designed to grow and produce different types of fruit?
Yeah, so kind of back to the grafted concept. So think of like one tree. We take a dwarf lemon tree. So this tree is not going to get any taller than 6 feet. And I can add whatever type of other citrus I want onto it. It can grow limes, it can grow lemons, it can grow oranges, it can grow mandarin oranges. So the possibilities are really endless, especially the varieties of those fruits. So maybe you want a lime that's perfect for mixed drinks. So we can recommend a variety of lime that tastes great, straight in your drink. So there's pretty much endless options.
And what have you found? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry.
No, I apologize. No, go right ahead, Kim.
I was just going to ask Avery, for this target audience, are you concerned about people being concerned about genetically modified trees? And do you think you have a target market there?
Yeah, so I think if we make sure that we're communicating the message well, it's not necessarily genetically modified, because basically all we're doing is we're cutting a branch off of one tree. You make a little slice in the other tree and you fit them together like lock and socket. So really, while they're 2 different species, we're not doing anything like with the genome or that kind of stuff. So I think making sure that we communicate that across would be critical to making sure, that we stay within that target market.
For some reason, I go to kids' fruit cereals when I see your graphics, but I think that's almost humorous. But I think it's great. The big question is, knowing what my boxes look like when Amazon delivers, how are you going to get them to people?
Yeah, so there are already a lot of companies that do direct to consumer tree sales, and they've really perfected the shipping method of trees. Another good thing is trees are pretty hardy. So if you lose a little bit of some leaves on your trees, as long as, they are coming mostly intact with a moist root ball, you're going to be good to go. So believe it or not, shipping is actually not impossible with them, but we definitely want to make sure that we are selling a premier product. Branding is going to be a big thing involved with this company. We want our name on the box, on the pot, right? We want branching out to be the premier supplier of grafted fruit trees in this upcoming market for sure.
One quick question. How much does one of these cost?
Yeah, great question. So right now what we were going to sell them for was $150 for 1 rootstock and 2 extra fruits on it. So that would be 3 different types of fruit from one tree. So sell for around $150, and it costs us maybe about $40, $45 to make, labor, and freight. So definitely very doable.
All right. Well, that's a good number of questions. Thanks a lot. Branching Out was our final presenter here in the elevator pitch round. What's going to happen now is we're going to transition into the longer pitch, the grand presentation finale. But in between then, we have a break now, so you guys can take a breather and sit back and relax. The judges can spend some time thinking about what's going on. That break's going to be about 25 minutes long. We'll be back at 3 o'clock for that grand final presentation. Once again, we want to thank the judges, Ashleigh, Lisa, James, Kevin, and Kurt. Thanks a lot for for being here. We appreciate it. And also thanks a lot to the students. You did a great job. We're really proud of all of you. So we'll see you back here at 3 o'clock.